Charles Walhingford back again with another watch video. And this watch video is going to mix some of the things that I like, or one of the other subjects I like and I like to make my videos about. Even though a lot of you don't like to watch my videos, I still like making them. It's about travel, but it's the right travel watch. Now, if you know anything about me, I can't just leave it at one watch. I like multiple watches. It's not a collection if you have one, and that's the purpose of having a collection, a group of watches for a certain purpose. And I have three watches for that certain purpose. That is to travel. And you have to have the right watch if you're properly traveling. Before I get started, before I give my three watches, I want to introduce you to someone that I have a lot of respect for, and I believe will be pretty big one day when it comes to this YouTube thing. And that's Robert. Robert from Time to Go and Timepieces. He talks about travel, something I like, and of course timepieces, what I like even better. All right, Robert, you go ahead and give him your three, and then I'll come back and give him my three.
Hi Charles, and a big thank you for having me on the channel. So like your videos where you pair cigars with liqueur, I really enjoy pairing watches with different types of travel. That being said, the majority of the travel I do is focused around beaches and water activities, so quite often my selection is similar. The number one pick that I would have to choose is definitely a diver. I love snorkeling. I also enjoy paddleboarding, kayaking, you name it, any kind of water sport you can think of. And the current watch in the collection that I would choose for my diver on a trip is the watch I'm actually wearing right now. This is the Seiko Baby Tuna SRP 637. It's a really rugged watch, and it's also at a price point where I'm not worried about possibly dinging it up or scratching it. One tip I will give to your viewers that I've seen a couple of people mention on YouTube is, that I do in particular, is when wearing your diver in salt water, when you come out of the water, it's always a good idea to just put the watch into a cup of fresh water or rinse it in fresh water just to get that salt out of there. It can corrode some of the components of your watch. The other thing that I enjoy on vacations is trying some different activities you wouldn't normally be able to at home. That might be off-roading, fishing, zip lining, those types of things. And for those types of activities, I've chosen the G-Shock. This is the GW 5610. And this is a really cool watch in that it's also waterproof to 200 meters. It's a multi-band watch, so it'll change to your local time zone wherever you happen to be. And it has multiple time zones as well. So I think this is a great knock-around watch. You just don't have to worry about it at all. It's very affordable. So for my last pick, I always bring a watch that I can use for dinners, dress up a little bit. And the watch that I am bringing is my Hamilton Khaki Pilot. Now, this isn't exactly a dress watch. It's a little larger than your typical dress watch, but it's very versatile in that you can dress it up as well as wear it with jeans and a t-shirt. And I don't have a lot of dress watches currently in the collection, otherwise I might choose something different, but I love my Hamilton Khaki Pilot. So those are my three picks, Charles. Appreciate you having me on your channel, and take it away.
All right, Robert, thank you so much. And as you'll see, me and Robert have a lot in common, especially when it comes to vacations and such. So let's go ahead and get started with my three watches. Number one, the watch you need to have if you're thinking about how everything takes place, the traveling portion to your holiday. It's a holiday, vacation, what have you. You got to get there. And if you're going anywhere worthwhile, if you're going anywhere that is usually spectacular, you're probably leaving your country where you need a watch with additional time zones. And what I have here is my Citizen Echo Drive Skyhawk. This Citizen Echo Drive Skyhawk is a tried and true watch I've had for a long time. This is the Blue Angels version. And this was actually one of my most expensive watches at one time. I was so proud of it. Oh, this is a great watch for travel. Most would think, oh, you need a GMT watch. Yeah, no, yeah, well, I don't have a GMT watch, but at the same time, I think you would need more time zones than that, and this is my example. I love to go on cruises. Cruises are one of the number one destinations or number one ways I like to go travel and spend my vacation or holidays, depending on what you call it, vacation or holiday. I like to go on cruises. And when you go on a cruise, there is different time zones. You have the time zone of where you're from. Maybe you need to call somebody back from where you are, get in contact, or you just want to keep track of what time you just left. That's one time zone. The next time zone is the port. The time zone on the port. The time zone on the port is most likely going to be different than the time zone of your home. But the most important, the third time zone, is the cruise ship's time. The cruise ship's time is not going to be necessarily the time zone where you're from, and it's definitely not going to be the time zone, or a good chance it's not going to be the time zone of the port that you're on. There's a whole genre of YouTube videos dedicated to people making videos about fellow cruise guests being left behind, to show that if you don't know the right time, you're going to get left. Absolutely, you're going to get left. All right, let's go to the next watch. So this is my next watch. This is my Knox 500-meter diver. This watch, again, one of those watches that was my most expensive watch at one time. This watch is fitting for what I like to do. If I'm going on vacation, my holiday will consist of clear blue water. Maybe that clear blue water is at a pool. Maybe that clear blue water is the ocean. Either way, you gotta have a good watch that can take the rigors of getting immersed in water. Here's another thing. If you're going on vacation and you have, a hot tub? I know stories where people destroyed their watch because, no, it wasn't deep in the water, but the expansion and contraction and the changing of temperature was so much that it actually allowed water to get in their watch. So you want to make sure you have a nice diver watch. Also, this watch is titanium. Very, very good to have a titanium watch, or if you like your G-Shock, a G-Shock would be a good watch in alternative to this watch. Titanium is light. The G-Shock is mostly plastic. It's light. If you're doing anything that's very rigorous, something very adventurous, you're going to get banged around, and a lighter watch is better because you don't want to get injured or hurt on vacation. You're trying to have a good time. Okay, the third watch is an elegant watch, a watch that's worthy of wearing on a nice date night, nice dinner. If you're going on vacation and you're not eating right, you're definitely not on vacation, at least not in my book. And I want to have a nice, elegant watch. And this is my Omega Seamaster 300 coaxial. Now, I don't, unfortunately, if you know anything about Charles Walhingford, I don't have a dress watch. But this is my most elegant watch that I own. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a watch that goes well with anything, and that's something you need. You don't want to wear this watch, this big bulky watch was wet earlier, might have some sand on it now. You don't want to have that in a nice French dinner or a nice expensive steak restaurant. No, you want to have something really nice like this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Robert's portion of that video. Thank you so much, Robert, for joining me, and I hope to work with you again sometime very soon. That is what I like to do. That is what it's all about. You gotta have a good watch to go with that's worthy of your traveling. It's another video all to its own, but I really think you spent too much money on your watch if you don't have a worthy place to wear it. All right, everyone, I'm Charles Walhingford. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Hit the comments, please. I want to know what watches you would wear on your vacation, or you have worn on your vacation. And that's pretty much it. I'm Charles Walhingford. This is how I spent my money.
Here we go.
That's great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you check out more of my vacation and travel videos. It'll help. If you don't, that's all right. It's mostly about what? God damn it.